Unit 4 discusses diversity, cultural understanding, and global awareness. According to Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute, global awareness is a conceptual understanding based upon an acceptable knowledge of global and cultural perspectives. Jose Picardo and I have a shared feeling about cultural awareness, cultural understanding, understanding and accepting diversity and the way things are and the way people are from around the world. He has an article where he discusses why students need a global awareness and understanding of other cultures. I like to travel with students. I like to take students around the country. I like to travel with my own kids, and I feel they need to understand that our world is so diverse and that people do come from different cultures and different backgrounds, and we need to be understanding and accepting of those different backgrounds. If you want a better understanding of this idea, you can click this link and read the rest of his article. Diversity, cultural understanding, and global awareness can be addressed in several ways. First, try to avoid stereotypes when communicating with others. I found this video. It's a short little video, but it's actually fairly humorous and really gets to the point about how we cannot stereotype people just because we think they're from another country, and what it seems like if we were to have those roles reversed and somebody was very stereotypical of us. So go ahead and take a look at that one, and I thought it was actually pretty funny. The next video is kind of long, but it gets to the point of that we need to understand that it's okay to be different. This is Dr. Seuss's The Sneetches, and throughout this story, the Sneetches find out that just because we're different doesn't mean that we can't all get along and we can't all do the same things, and that we're all, no matter what, even though we don't look exactly the same, we can be treated equally. And it's also a funnier way of taking on this information and understanding these ideas of understanding diversity and cultural awareness and global awareness. It is a little bit longer, but if you're a Dr. Seuss fan like I am, you won't mind muddling through it to get to the end and understand the point. And then finally, we need to find ways for ourselves and our students to learn about other parts and other people of the world. In this video, we have an introduction from an elementary school or a middle school where they actually created their own plan, their own technology project where they researched and they worked together to find out new information about countries they were unfamiliar with, people and cultures and ways of life that they were unfamiliar with, and then they worked to create presentations to help explain their newfound information about these cultures. Alright, we can have a role in instilling that deeper meaning of diversity, cultural understanding, and global awareness. We need to model these behaviors. I try to take an interest in my students' lives and where they come from, especially the ones who I know come from a foreign background. Maybe they are, American born and raised, but their family members are from other parts of the world. So I like to learn about those and learn about their traditions. And I don't have a problem asking questions. I just try to teach my students that there's a proper way to ask questions and there's an improper way to ask questions, and it's okay to ask questions as long as you're not trying to offend anyone. If you take a look at this article, it shows 6 ways teachers can foster cultural awareness in the classroom. First and foremost, it starts with modeling by the teacher, expressing an interest in the students, redirecting your role from instructor to facilitator, allowing them to learn about different cultures and the cultures of each other, maintaining a strict level of sensitivity to language concerns, understanding that sometimes there is a language barrier, understanding that you are trying to help these students navigate the world and become more familiar with American customs, as well as trying to get your other students to become more familiar with their customs and to be more understanding of their possible limitations. Maintaining high expectations for students' performance, even though you know that that students from foreign backgrounds may struggle with the way things are done in the classroom. You should always expect them to perform highly. If they know you expect them to do a good job, they will strive to do a good job. Many of them come from backgrounds where hard work is rewarded and praised, and they want to see their hard work rewarded and praised. We just have to make sure we are giving them the benefit of receiving that praise. And then incorporate methods of self-testing. Figure out ways for students to test in a different format. Things that will allow them to test and get the results instead of having, they can get immediate feedback as opposed to waiting for the teacher to grade papers. And then maintain an inclusive curriculum that remains respectful of differences. Make sure that you try to combine all the cultures when celebrating and when you are talking about different points in history. Try to make sure that you cover all aspects. Make sure that someone doesn't feel left out, and so on. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Unit 4's information. And if you scroll down to the very bottom of the page, just like the rest of the assignments, I want you to complete the Unit 4 tasks and discussions to get credit for taking the course. And at the end of the seminar, make sure you go and take the Digital Citizenship Post-Test. Change the options to all 47 questions and matching. I'll click this link and give you a quick recap of how to do that. So this is taking you to the post-test. Click on Test. Go to Options. Starting with term or definition, either way is okay. We want matching. Change it to 47 questions and create new test. Like I said, you will type your answer in. Then you will scroll down to the bottom and check your answers. It'll give me a score here, screenshot, and post your results in the appropriate discussion forum. I want to thank you for participating in my digital seminar. Hopefully you gained lots of knowledge and information about the digital citizenship that will help you learn how to be a good digital citizen, how to make sure your classroom or your teaching practices are digitally equitable for all students, providing safe, healthy, legal, and ethical technology use practices so students can learn how to be responsible digital citizens, and then making students have an understanding of diversity, cultural understanding, and global awareness throughout their practices with technology and each other in the classroom. All right, thank you. Bye.